Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to this segment on my channel where we talk about stocks, a tiny bit of a crypto sometimes, but mainly stocks. If you don't know me, I'm Jeremy. Peace, one love, blessings to everybody who's making it happen and owning it. As you can see, the public portfolio is open on on my right, on your left. So the road to 10K is on, bro. It's on. And you know what? We're going to get right into it and see what's happening with the public portfolio, and then we'll catch up on what I'm doing with it as of where I'm maybe getting out of some place because and adding it to because it was so basically this portfolio was started a year ago, and then we started adding more in November when people would come to me and ask me how would I start in investing from scratch. So this segment on my channel is basically for people who are just getting into the game, right? Whether you're a newbie, virgin, whatever you want to call yourself, amateur, blah blah blah, right? I'll leave the branding, what you want to say to yourself, up to you. But like retail investors, right? That's what we are, and I've been investing since 2015. I'm originally from Dubai, so I was investing back then. My first stock that I bought, and I always name call it, is Facebook when it was Facebook, right? And I got it for under 90. And if you picked up Meta or Facebook during the pandemic, which happened in what, 21, 22, around that time, it actually dipped to that price point where I bought it in 2015. So, getting straight into it, so this is what I'm doing on this part of my channel. I also love creating content and sharing my experiences around the world. I'm now living in South Florida, near Miami. I moved from New York, so that's me, guys. That's me. Right, let's get into it. So, how we looking, bro? How we looking? So, currently it's showing that we're down 25 cents today, which is nothing, but buying power is 273 in cash sitting. American Express, $1 up. SoFi, 22 bucks down. Coinbase, $54 up. Hood, which is Robinhood, 10 bucks down. VO ETF, $38 up. SCHD, 30 up. Another ETF. Microsoft, 8 bucks up. How do you pronounce this? I forgot. Amphenol. It's like some coppers and copper wires and stuff that they do. Let's get into it. This year. So it's currently down 17 bucks. Yeah, so it engaged in design, manufacture, and marketing of electrical, basically fiber and all those components, connectors for, your routers, your whatever, your computers, blah, blah, blah. Right? Now, if you're looking at this private portfolio, is basically this was a trial to teach and guide people. Disclaimer first, I'm not a financial certified advisor or not. So I cannot advise you what to buy, hold or sell. These are things in my opinion and what I've been doing in my life. So my private portfolio I have in Mumu, I have in Webull, Fidelity Brokerage, and crypto all now sits with Coinbase, right? And the public portfolios on Robinhood. So I'm only showing you how if you basically, and I kind of do this with some people in my life, clients, family members. I guide them, navigate them in this space, even if it's from setting up your brokerage or your platform that you want to use in the Middle East, like Dubai and stuff, right? So I go and talk to you, or not as more of a client, like client to facing, where I'm like, guys, this is what you need to know, the fundamentals, the protocols, this is what the amount. So I get to know your budget and your amount, and I help them start it. And if anyone who's watching it who I've helped or assisted in this journey, just comment below and let me know, right? Say your piece, and let the people know, right? If I've helped you or not, but just be as transparent as you can, so all the YouTubers who are subscribed to my channel, they can see it. So yeah, don't forget to like and follow, subscribe, do your thing, bro. Anyway, let's get into it. So Google $163 up, Nvidia 51, Meta down 13. I'll definitely buy some Meta today in this public portfolio. I just love to accumulate them, even if I got at a low point. Like I got SoFi at $7 in my private portfolio. Today, SoFi is at $16, right? So Adobe $42 down, CRM $56 down. That's Salesforce. So these guys are still taking a beating. SaaS stocks. I don't know why. Because I know everybody from my clients to my partners to everyone uses Adobe. Everybody that I speak to probably has Salesforce. You know, so I don't know. It's like Microsoft has just recently gone up in the public portfolio, but everyone uses Microsoft Office and stuff. Even I do, right? SPMO, another ETF, $77 up. Now Service now $1 down and some change. Golf, Amazon $3 up. Now these guys are like hardly anything in the like. The reason that I have like $10 of Amazon is because someone came on the stream back then, and I'm like, listen, if I had kids and my kids had kids, this is one stock I can see literally going for evergreen for the long run, right? And that $10 invested when that person was on the chat is $3, right? So 34% up. That's what you guys got to notice, right? If you put like you're like, oh, this clown just put $10. No, bro, I'm not a clown. I'm showing people it's 34% up, right? That's what I'm showing. So all this is for like as I said, if you're new to the market, if you're new to investing, this is for those people, right? Webull, Elf $20 down, bro. I'm definitely adding this in more in today, 13% down. But I believe this stock is, bro. I don't know why it's not up. See, zero people percentage is selling, bro. Look at the stats. I don't think there's a morning star yet on this, but I'm definitely adding more. And this is another reason, right? So because this is like a trial and error portfolio in terms of like buying small amounts and showing people that your $10 can make $13 now, like in total. So yeah, DRAM, bro. We got into DRAM and already getting to DRAM, we're almost 18% up, $89. So if I had my $500 just sat anywhere in a bank without any APY or high saving account or heal or anything, it wouldn't even give me in this short period. So we got into DRAM, which is an ETF. Look it up on May 6th. Today's May 11th. We put $500 in. My 500 is currently 589, right? And when I say my, I should say our 58 because we're doing this together. But yeah, it's mine. But as I'm saying, you could do this for yourself, bro. Get into it, right? Again, I can't advise what to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just sharing what I can see on my screen. CIBR, another ETF, $10 up. INTC, which is Intel, $1 and well 99 cents. Bloom Energy, $4. So what are we gonna do right now, right? I'm getting out of these small plays because there's no point of being in them because there's like hardly any money. It's just a trial to show people. So I'm gonna sell this. Sell all. It's really hard doing this with a mouse, but it does. I mean, it's better than me. When I first started this, I was switching the phone around to show you guys in hand how the phone looked, as in what was on my screen, right? So it's kind of weird. This is way better. So thanks to the guy who said just mirror the stuff. Okay, we out of Weibo. I want to sell the Amazon. I mean, do I really want to sell Amazon or just let it be? It's $3. Like I said, it's evergreen, but it is small amounts. You know what I mean? Um, and then I'm gonna discuss what I might add. But first, let's go into buying more SoFi because I believe SoFi is gonna go up in the long term. And you guys got to do your due diligence and say, bro, like I'm doing this for myself, right? So it's $20 up. I mean down. Sorry. The hood, APH. Where was Meta? So I want to buy more Meta first. And listen, guys, just buy small amounts, bro. That's what I'm doing, right? In the public portfolio. Even if it's $10, 15, because it is what it is, bro. Like, just do small amounts, accumulate slowly, and that's how I started in 2015. And then when I got, the I wouldn't say the balls, but when I got the more rhythm of things and learned the strategies, even introducing like a couple of my mentors had introduced me to certain people in my life who then became my mentors, and I'm like, guys, this is awesome because your network is your net worth, right? So your circle is your circle. So if you don't have winners in your circle, go out and find your winners and make this shit happen, right? That's just my opinion. Because when you roam around with people who are actually in the grind of things, getting to know things, like for example, currently my room is filled with 10, 20, 40, and even millionaires, like 1, 2 millionaires, right? In that price bracket. So they're in rooms because they're in rooms that I'm not in, but they're sharing the food as well at their tables. Now you might ask, like, why do they have me? Because I do bring things to their table which they find interesting, want to get in as well. So that's what you need to surround yourself with, that mindset where the winners, like in all aspects, like they can be your friends, they can be your partners, they can be your, I don't know, what else you want to call it, exercise partners, in all aspects, but they bring something little. Like, I love having fun with certain friends, but then I just don't like talking about like all the childhood memories and stuff. I want, like, what about new memories? You know what I mean? So I have all sort of friends, mentors. You guys get what I'm trying to say. It's just a thing, but I'm trying to say, like, I'm at this point in my life right now in my 40s, right, where the people that I'm bringing in new are people who are contributing not just fun times, but also things that we can work with and progress and level up as well, right? Whether it be health or wealth, right? That's what I'm all about right now. Just to give you the ballpark figure. All right. So what are we looking at? So we bought some Meta, right? So let's look at Meta right now, bro. It's so hard with a mouse, bro. And like I'm saying, this part of the segment on this channel, when I go live on these streams, it's raw, it's authentic, there's no script. I'm just like telling you guys what I'm doing, like, what I want to do with the public portfolio. Like, if you guys go back and see the first video, I think we were 4 or 5K and now it's 8, right? So I'm gonna take this to 10. So we have $894 worth of value of funds in this. My average cost is 611, so it's 604 now. We only got $10 right now, and if it falls more, like Morningstar says, it's 850. There's a fair value, so we have room to grow. So I might buy a little more into the public portfolio, like further down this afternoon. Let's see if it falls more. But like I did get into 576, 554 as well. You see what I'm saying? Not too long ago. Look, right? So let's go back. What else did I want to add? I might even add to, what is Adobe sitting at? $684. Now I feel like this is enough in the public portfolio because remember, I'm certain of my stocks, except like from this whole thing, are duplicated into my private portfolio, and that's fine because I'm accumulating shares of these companies, right? However, DRAM I don't have in my private portfolio, so this is why I put in. At one time I bought $500. So if you're asking why do I do, and you got to work what your budget is, right? So if you have a budget in mind, you can still buy stocks. You can buy fractional shares, guys. If you don't know what fractional shares are, if you click buy in Robinhood, and I'm just using Robinhood as a example, a benchmark right now, you could buy $1. You see what I'm saying? You could just buy $1 or 1.2 or 1.3 or whatever you want to buy. So you can put 1.15 and you go to review, you can buy this, right? So guys, investing is key, bro. And look at all these stats they show you of everything, PE ratio. If you want to know what PE ratio and stuff is, just check my earlier video. But the top 10 holdings you can see in the ETF. So guys, all the data is there. ELF, that's what I wanted to. I like to accumulate ELF because let's see what's the last price point we got it at. 62, so 65. So we haven't pitched it up at $50. Only 134 in the public portfolio in terms of value. So I'm just gonna buy more of these guys. I'm gonna put $25 in, and I'm buying some more ELF. Now I believe ELF is basically gonna be $80 to $100 stocks, and I have time. I'm not in a rush, bro. I'm an investor, so I'm looking at stuff between 3 to 5 years and 5 to 7. That's how I look at it, right? Now, why I say three? Because every 3 years I kind of adjust and see what's happening. I might take some gains and move into another stock, and basically let the house money in that stock sit and do its thing. But you got to do what's best for you, right? Um, see, DRAM's 92. I think when we got on the stream, it was like 80 or 78 or whatever. So we bought some Elf. We bought some. I'm not touching Nike right now because I have Nike in my private, but I like to get Elf because I have more Nike in my private portfolio than Elf. So it all adds up. And like I'm saying, you know, do your thing, bro. And obviously, because in the public portfolio, Elf is down $20 and Nike isn't down as much, right? So, and like I'm saying, you gotta see what your points of, like, if you have a goal in mind, you wanna hit 5 shares, 10 shares, 2,000 shares, or you could even do that in a value. If you're working with a budget, you're like, okay, I have $500, I want to hit 500 or 620. Or, you see what I'm saying? You gotta have a plan, right? Because you, well, I don't have infinite amounts of money, so I'm usually trying to be smart and move it every in positions that I think, and I do my research. I ask the right questions. My WhatsApp Discord groups that I'm in, and that people are in with me. We're sharing food at the table, and you have to research online with AI and stuff today, and the information at our fingertips. You guys can get this information ASAP, right? No rocky. So yeah, now Meta is down $12 more. So we just bought some APH. It's still 124. The hood so far. Okay. Now I still have about 249. Doesn't mean I finish it all today, but I do want to get into these other plays. Let me just see. I made some notes. Oh, this is like earlier. When I said like people are making XC and what's this? Okay. So let's look at these two new ETFs. So one is, I think this is it, correct. Let me double check, guys. That's correct. Okay, so it's an ETF. Let's read it to it. So Procure ETF Trust to Procure Space. UFO tracks a tier weighted index of aerospace companies located globally. The listed name for UFO is Procure ETF Trust to Procure Space ETF. Number of holdings 54. Inception date April 10. Sectors industrials, communication services, and technology. Top 10 holdings Planet Labs, Global Star, Rock Lab, Iridium, SES. The PE ratio is 273, so it's really high up as of now. The UFO ETF is among the few real ways to invest in the space economy, right? Now, the reason that I'm looking at this, you may ask, what the hell is this guy doing, bro? So, it's SpaceX and all this news with Elon and all. I'm not going to get too much into it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Now, this stock's currently this ETF is $56. So, in the last 1 month, 3 months, so we can see here in the past 3 months, 25%. Year to date is 44%. 1 year is 136% it grew. So this is what I'm looking at. So that's one. And the other one that I'm looking at as well is, hold up. Okay, the other one is called Mars. So similar. Dude, I'm feeling hungry, dude. Can you guys hear my tummy rumbling? Yeah. This is the other one, Mars. So year to date, it's up 40%. 1 year, roughly the same. So yeah, 3 months, around the same. Let's look at the PE ratio. Like in the last 1 month, it's up almost 18%. There's another ETF. See, Mars seeks capital appreciation from an actively managed portfolio. Again, space economy. Again, technology, blah, blah, blah. Rocket Labs. So This guy was in there. Planet Labs was there. It's all to do with aerospace. Let's see the PE ratio. Mine is 95, so that's like obviously the fundamentals and stuff on this ETF is, I don't know, bro. Like, like Intel. Have you guys seen Intel? Expense ratio is like minus because the books, the fundamentals aren't great, but obviously the company's still making money. Just let me show you this, right? Bro, mad hungry. Bro, hit it in the chat, bro, if anyone. What are you guys having for lunch? Okay, Intel. It's minus negative 199. So you see what I'm saying? But if you look up Intel, right, they're not in debt, right? So obviously, I don't have Intel in the private portfolio. I just got into this to have some skin in the game. But I'm still up $1.50. Like in the public portfolio, I didn't buy much. $61, like not even half a share. You see what I'm saying? But with all, like how people are talking about Intel and Dell, you know who I'm talking about. So I'm not chasing the hype, but because I know Intel obviously isn't in debt, and if you look up intel.com and you see what they're doing, so I'm not going to get into this because, like I'm saying, this is like for people who are joining investing as of yesterday or today, right? Or tomorrow, or just start now investing. As you can see, you can make money with little amounts of money, you can make some awesome money. And again, that's just my choice of words, my vocabulary, little or whatever. These are just my opinions. So that's why I'm in Intel. So anyway, but do your due diligence. So the other one, so we looked at two ETS for space because like I, to buy an IPO before it goes IPO a company, you can only put in like amounts that can allow you in. So whether it be 20, 30, 40,000, you gotta get in at that time. I want to look at this one, XE, with you guys. And I'm bringing these things to you because my private portfolio is built on ETFs, mainly VOO, VUG, VTI, Triple Q, SPMO, SHD. Now I'm just naming these. Doesn't mean I'm in all of them, but these are the ones that I started. I merged into other ones, blah blah blah. But these are the ones I would, if I was starting today, that's what I put my money in. VOO, Triple Q, SPMO, right? So these guys, 3 months are up 44% in the last 3 months. Year to date, 40%, same 44. So 44% up. Let's see what these guys are up. Let's look at 1 month. Bro, in a month, it's 43%. In a week, 12.55. You see what I'm saying? Now let's look at, so the PE ratio is not even mentioned. Great. Stomach, bro. Okay. Let's read what XE is. X Energy Incorporation operates as an energy company. The firm focuses on modular nuclear reactors and fuel technology for clean energy generation. The company was founded by blah 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 and blah 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 on 2009 and is headquartered in Rockville, MD. To list the name. Okay. Now, why am I looking at this? Because the amount of AI that everybody's running today needs some sort of energy, bro. Like, and there's only so much. We're gonna use more tech in the future, right? Now, your traditional source of energy is solar from the sun, but the sun obviously, obviously I'm going to still live around and probably you watching as well for the, but the sun goes down and then it's night. So solar has time, you know, restrictions. Then you have fuel, you have this, but the fuel cost going up and blah, blah, blah. So obviously like with, with these sort of plays, you might not see like the 40% again up in the past month, but because it's at this price point, I'm getting it into it. I can't tell you what to buy or what to sell, but I'm getting into it, right? And I'm buying small and slowly accumulating with these sort of companies, taking the public portfolio into the future. That's what I'm trying to do. So let's buy two. So from dollars, I change it to, can you, yeah, you guys can, and then I go to shares and I just put in two. And then it tells me the amount, blah blah blah. I say review and pop. And you know why I like buying ETF, especially when you're starting new, right? Because you're getting a little bit of all these companies, not just one company, right? Yes, it may not grow like an AMD or whatever, but you got to do your due diligence and research and see where you want to be at, right? So now we have $183. Okay, so we bought that, and you know what? I might get into that one of these space ETFs right now with you guys. I might go with the UFO market cap is unknown as well. The market cap of Mars is unknown as well. One has grown 56. So out of these ones, let's see. So it was UFO and Mars, correct, guys? Okay. Yeah. So let's start with UFO. What was the P ratio? 273. Mental and Mars. Minus 95. So one is like crazy, one is below. So I'm just gonna buy one of this. Like I said, I'm not in a race, bro. Relax. And so, did we buy? We didn't buy UFO, right? And because this is at a high price right now, I'll probably just buy half a share. Bro, there's that dog again, bro. What was this dog? Okay, now let me just buy 20. Guys, do your due diligence research, man. Research what you guys want to do. Like I said, this is my public portfolio that I'm sharing with you guys, and you guys can track it as well. You know, scared money doesn't make money, but at the same time, if you're smart with it, you can make some dough, bro. You can make an investment. And like I said, I'm not in a race, right? I'm in my own competition with myself. Got to do your due diligence. And I'm repeating this out because if someone just clicked on and said, like, because you might ask, like, why is this guy just repeating himself? Repeating because in case someone just came on the stream right now, they know what I'm talking about, right? Uh, I might add some of this guy, but let's see his PE ratio. And these are cool indicators that you guys should know. Anything around 30 is decent in my opinion. Anything lower than that is a great buy. Anything lower than 20 is also amazing. But yeah, just keep that in mind, right? When you guys looking at stocks or plays, I might wait for it to fall some more to add more into the public portfolio, right? These guys, bro, they're taking a beating, bro. I feel sorry for them, but they're gonna come up. Trust me. Like I have these guys in my private portfolio, and I'm still in green, although the company is down. Oh well, the brand. I think that's it for today, bro. Like I'm just gonna chill now and see what happens. How much did we buy of Elf? 25 bucks. So that's cool. That's all right, guys. So that's what I'm doing with the public portfolio. My bad. Now, if you guys want to know more about the private portfolio, I keep on showing screenshots on my IG. So if my links below, if you want to follow me on IG. So basically, I show you what my buy price is and what companies I'm buying on my private portfolio. And reach out. Let me know what you guys, if you wanna, you wanna ask me to follow something. I'll do my research and come back to you about it. But like I'm saying, guys, this is the segment or this part of my channel is basically trying to get people with that mindset to be aligned to where you can take your money because I know that so I moved to the US in 2019, right? And the amount that we when we moved here, and I can see 7 years in staying in the country from New York. So since we moved to US, we were staying in New York, and now that we live in we're living in South Florida. I think it's like a month and a half that we're living in this place right now, right? The current uh, home. Things are definitely more accessible in terms of my price bracket. Bro, my stomach, I'm hungry, bro. After the stream, I'm gonna eat. But yeah, so things are definitely more accessible in terms of price. However, money still doesn't stretch as much as we moved here, right? And that's what inflation is. So I'm going to link a video where I spoke about inflation and stuff. And if I obviously, because this is still got a process and stuff, I'm not getting into it on YouTube. But I did a slide, and my latencies on audio was out that day, but I re-recorded it showing you the presentation talking about inflation, the peg ratio, PE ratio, and that thing. And yes, that's more of a like in-depth view of things, no buying and selling, but I'm actually telling you what's on my radar, what's in the private portfolio, blah 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 as well. Couple of two or three stocks I mentioned. But watch that if you can, especially if you're new to the game. Like okay, cool, and surround yourself with winners. Like there's a lot of information out there, but make sure you're reading and asking questions, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, whoever you need to about stuff, especially when it comes about investing, because you want to know. Look, bro, we just bought this Mars and UFO and XE. They all like up a bit. Proofs in the pudding, bro. Right? Proofs in the pudding. Like when these guys turn green, bro. The like as soon as Adobe CRM, Elf, SoFi goes green in this is immediately going to be 10. Immediately going to be 10K, right? And like I said, I'm relaxing. I don't have to, any public portfolio, I'm trying to show you that slow and surely you'll get there. But you got to know, you got to train your mind and say, it's like going to the gym, right? I've been going to the gym, I'm in my 40s, right? I'm going to the gym and I see progress, okay? But it's taken a while. It's taken about three and some change, right? Years, okay? The wife and I just started boxing, bro. So I'm going thrice a week. She's going twice because of her schedule. And the days that we want to mix it up, we're in the gym in the building, right? But the reason that we started boxing, I actually just uploaded a video on YouTube. Watch it if you want to check it out, right? Um, is because it's about training your mind, your mindset. It's a different sort of community and stuff. Like with the gym, I'm like, bro, I had Jared. If you know Jared Bull, shout out. You know, a great guy, a great person, great friend, great individual. But then again, like I now understand, like why he liked the community and this. Now I'm not going to the boxing gym for the community or something. I'm just literally training my mind with other things, like better things. So like I'm at that level of the gym. Now I'm at the boxing level. You see what I'm saying? As an amateur or whatever, right? I'm just going for my I'm not gonna like I don't want a crazy. Obviously, we all want crazy body, but I'm saying I just want to be fit, strong, mentally, physically, right? I don't care if I get abs. If it comes, it comes, because I like eating as well, bro. But it's all about discipline. Like I don't want to eat like I used to. If you know me and you look at my social media, bro, I was fat. I was fat, bro. You know, and when I grew up, I was a skinny kid, and then in my teens in Dubai, bro, I don't know, eating wrong stuff, drinking alcohol. This is why I don't drink alcohol anymore. I'm about under 3 years clean of that shit. I don't try to eat junk food. Like I'm not at McDonald's or Popeyes or whatever, right? I'm trying to eat clean and stuff. So yeah, investing in your health and your wealth. If you're on this part of this journey on my channel and you're in your 20s, your early 20s and watching this, bro, you had a great time to start this stuff, in my opinion, right? Just do it like this, investing, and take care of your health, please. There's no point of having all the money if you don't have health, right? So, guys, I think I'm going to leave it as that for now. You know, Coins up today, which is we have 1.2 shares. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, bro. Blessings. Make it happen. Own it. Peace. One love.